Good evening.
Good evening.
We're here once again on a Wednesday night to start the Groselha TalkShow, your favorite sports TV show, and we are here. Today's topic is going to be about the South American most important event, basically on soccer-wise, which is the Copa Libertadores, and we will be talking about the semi-finals of the tournament and comparing the teams that are facing each other. The first semi-final is going to be Grêmio against Flamengo, two Brazilian teams, very good teams that are on the top of the national tournament of Brazil. And the other one is going to be two Argentinian teams, Boca Juniors and River Plate.
So let's talk about Flamengo. Flamengo now. Flamengo didn't start really good the championship, the tournament, Libertadores. They were with Abel Braga who's as a head coach. Sorry guys.
Head coach, yeah.
Head coach. So they weren't good. And then they changed your head coach to Jorge Jesus. He's a Portuguese, but they changed in the 16 stage, But like, why do you think like Flamengo? Why do you think they change when they drop stage, when they go into the next step?
Well, I believe that since they were not doing well at the beginning of the tournament, the pressure from the fans, and obviously maybe something that we don't know, that we are not aware of the insides of the club, are most likely the main causes of this head coach switching, and that's it.
Yeah, that's a good point, but I don't believe I don't agree when I disagree when you talk about like the fans pressure. Like if you are a manager, if you are a coach, it doesn't matter if the pressure of fans. Like you just have to do your job. I know they weren't play good, they weren't like play how everyone would like to play, because Flamengo has a really good players like Diego in his national team, Gabriel. But yeah, that's my opinion, right? So
yeah, that's right. Everybody has their own opinion, and it should be respected. Moving forward with Grêmio, we have here their campaign during the group stage. They had 10 points overall. They played 6 matches. They won 3 of them. They drew 1 and lost 2 matches, which gave them the second place of the group. Their group was formed with Libertad from Paraguay, Universidad Católica from Chile, and Rosario Central from Argentina. The teams that got out of the group stage were Libertad and Grêmio. They obviously had the best campaign, and surprisingly, Universidad Católica and Rosario Central, which are very strong teams that maybe were the ones that should be getting out of this group stage by what the fans were saying, they did not. And I wonder, why is that? Why do you think Grêmio and Libertad got out of the group stage?
I think Grêmio is like consistently, like they won in 2017 this tournament already, so they are consistently. They are the same head coach in 4 years. So Renato Gaúcho is really good head coach. He can like motivate your players. He can like do really good tactics. I think the Grêmio like passed to the next stage because like Renato Gaúcho could continue your job, could keep your job. Like he could put in your player mind what he want.
Yeah, I agree. He has been doing a wonderful job for Grêmio, and it's not from now. He has been, since he got in charge, he just uplifted the team, and Grêmio was about 16 years without winning any title. And since Renato got there, they won the national tournament once. They won the Libertadores in 2017, which is really important as well. So that should prove to all the fans and all the media that he is capable of doing great things when in charge of a club as big as Grêmio is.
Yeah, let me talk a little more about Flamengo. So when they pass the club stage, they play against Emelec, they beat it, and then they go to the quarterfinals. They play against Internacional, Porto Alegre. Was two really hard games. But they won. And then in the semi-final of Copa Libertadores of America, so they played against Grêmio. They both really good team. They both has a really good campaign national championship. But like when Flamengo changed head coach, when Jorge Jesus going to Flamengo, sorry, he changed a little bit like the system, the soccer system in Brazil. You know, like they could like try some new to Brazil, so they could like pass more, tactical more better. So was a good game. The first game was 1-1. They tied, and I think Grêmio could, in my opinion, I thought Grêmio couldn't like reverse this score, but you know what I mean. It was 5-0 in the Maracanã. Flamengo beat it. It was a good game, but Grêmio didn't play.
Yeah, Grêmio was basically not there. They did not show up for the game in the second match. The first one at Grêmio's stadium was a tough match. Many did say that Flamengo played better, even though it was on Grêmio's stadium and with all the fans' pressure. And they actually managed to get a draw, 1-1. And in the second match, I don't know what happened. Even though Flamengo is a great team on paper, Grêmio has always been able to pull it off in the last minute, in the last second, but this time they just did not. They were not capable of doing anything, basically. They got destroyed by Flamengo's forwards. It looks like their defense was sleeping the whole time, and as a Grêmio fan, I'm really disappointed about what happened, but also congratulations to Flamengo for doing this amazing achievement that is beating Grêmio 5-0.
Yeah, Grêmio has a really good players too. It's not Flamengo, not just Flamengo.
Yeah.
Grêmio has Everton Cebolinha, who's like came to the national team and played to Copa America Championship, and they play really good.
Yeah.
Has a Jeromel, for in my opinion, is the best defender, center defense we have in the Brazilian Championship. So I think Grêmio could beat Flamengo, but Flamengo has a really good team too.
Yeah.
So they have Gabriel, which playing in Inter de Milão. They have Rodrigo Caio, whereas Barcelona once by Rodrigo Caio. They have really good players. Diego, where play like a lot of teams in Europe. So in my opinion, I thought it was more competitive. You know, like I think it's not 5-0. I don't know what happened this game. I don't know what happened like inside this field, but Flamengo played really well. And now Flamengo, after 38 years, they didn't play.
Time.
They didn't play a final, and now they go to the finals another time.
Yeah.
That's good. They will play against River Plate, which won the Libertadores last year.
Last year they won.
Yeah.
Great team, and I cannot even imagine how thrilling it should be for Flamengo fans to be in the final once again. and they got in the final in one of the greatest tournaments. So it would mean the world for them to be able to get that trophy back home. And it will be a really, really great match. It will be intense. You know how Argentinians play. They are very passionate, just as the Brazilian teams. And I think that we should be looking at some of Flamengo's top players, which are Gabigol. You can help me on that. Rodrigo Caio. Who else do you think are the main players for Flamengo in
Rascaeta.
Rascaeta.
Yeah.
Midfielder, really good.
Midfield. They have William Arão, really good defense mid. Rafinha, which played 12 years in Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich, yeah, he just got back to the Brazilian league because he's passionate and wanted to end his career in Brazil. So he's back to help a Brazilian team that he loves since he was a child, and well, it's working.
It's working, yeah. They play really well. Felipe Luis as well. And like just a second, like just really parenthesis. This is the first year Libertadores, the final in Libertadores of America with just one game, without the country. So it's the one game in the Santiago, Chile. It's not in the Brazil. It's not in the Argentina. It's like they use like the same method in the championship, right? Champions League, right?
Yeah.
So I like this new like method, but I don't know if it can like benefit like River Plate or Flamengo. I don't know, really don't know.
Yeah, I think the only one that will be harmed by that will be the fans that will only get to see one match in the final and not two, how it was in all the previous years of the tournament. This time it is going to be a tough one. As Rodrigo said, it's the first time that they are trying this new format. They change it. They let all the clubs know by 2018 that this will be the following format, and I believe that it will be a great show, two great teams, and we will be talking now about the other semifinal, which is River Plate against Boca Juniors.
Yeah.
What do you think about that match?
It was like always Argentinian match is like really good to see. It's like intensity.
Really intense,
it's like
yeah.
really really like Russian. I don't know. Sorry guys, but like it's really like intensity with like really good tackles, really good like.
Yeah.
It's not like technically really good to see, but it's like really good to see like the intensity, how fast it is, how quickly the guys are, how they put their heart in the game.
Yeah.
You know, like they use the game to like show how playing Argentinian players. And then the first leg, the first game, I think was really good game, in my opinion, of course. Which River Plate beat it, Boca Juniors in La Bombonera, which was Boca Juniors' house.
Yeah.
Boca Juniors did. So yeah, they are good, and River Plate is like the champion like last year.
Defending champions.
Against they beat it Boca Juniors in the final last year, so they beat it again the semi-final.
They are always getting there. In the last four teams in the tournament, they are really great. I believe it will be a great event, not only for Brazilian soccer fans or Argentinian soccer fans, but really for everybody that loves to watch soccer. It will be great. It will have technical quality by the Brazilian side. They love to possess the ball. They love to play what we call beautiful soccer, while Argentinians will come with the passion with the intensity, and it's always a great show. So after the break, we will be discussing about the whole teams, and we will be comparing each position on the field to see who is more likely to succeed and get this final. So we will be right back. É isso.
Bom, e agora a gente termina. É que a gente já falou você falou que a gente já vai voltar,
mas
né?
aí
A gente
vai
não volta
falando
nunca.
assim, nunca volta.
Acabou.
É isso, foda-se.
Pô, gastei, hein?
Gastou, vai.
Gastei.
Falou muito.